Hello and welcome to Vocals in the Key of Dee. You are going to have an awesome time today because we're going to fix two of the common problems that vocalists really do suffer from or face, especially if you're new or even at any time of your career. It's just knowing how to manage it. That is going too sharp or too flat when you sing a song. Let's go. Okay, so as I said, singing flat and singing sharp is really common actually, especially when you're a new vocalist or quite young or still don't understand music. But even listening to yourself as a professional vocalist, sometimes you don't get it right, especially when you don't hear exactly what you're singing. So it's really important that we're going to focus on today is if you're going flat or if you're going sharp, too sharp or too flat. But before we do that, I want to give you a little bit of an example, right? We're going to look at the, So we're going to do a little bit of an example first. So you see I've got a rubber band between my fingers here, all right? It's really cool, so you can do this. If you have a stronger rubber band, it probably would work a little bit better, but we are just gonna do this just for the sake of understanding, right? Now I want you to see this rubber band. If I leave it like this, if I do this with it, now you probably won't hear it right now, but if I do this, it's very, very soft, right? But if I have to actually stretch it out a little bit more, you might hear it now. But as I go smaller, you won't hear it as much, right? It's because of the stretching and the releasing. Stretching, releasing. Now, when you're stretching, it's louder, right? Because of the tautness, because of the tightness, and it's more high pitched. But if you loosen it, you will not get a high pitch. So I want you to sort of remind yourself of this when you're singing, because this will act like your vocal cords, right? When you're singing a really high note, when you're singing a really low note. Okay, so it's la, la. For the sake of the example, just bear with me. So when we're doing this exercise, I want you to understand that is your vocal, the way your vocal actually works, your vocal cords, right? So you need to stretch it for those really high notes, and then when you do low notes, you're like it's just over here, it's very small, you're not stretching anything. Okay, now talking about that, how that actually affects your pitch, it might just give you a little bit more of an understanding on how to fix your pitch. So sometimes we can go really high, which higher than the notes that we are supposed to be singing, which is basically singing too sharp. So example, this is how you sing the right note. This is how you sing the wrong note. Here's an example of being too sharp. Can you hear it's just a little bit like, all right. Now you probably have to have someone help you with this at first, especially if you're new or if you don't understand what a note should sound like. But this should be a daily exercise, okay? Now I want to give you an example of going flat. So the right note is la. The wrong note is la. Can you hear how I'm going flat? La. Now I want to find that note. La. That's probably that note, right? We need to understand, right, we are really, really low. We have to actually work our way up. So this is how you're going to do it. When you press on the note and you perhaps have a little bit of a struggle, you need to understand that you are really high or really low. So la. Can you see that? So we're low, right? Which naturally means if the note is here and we're singing here, so we know we're singing really flat, we need to get up, right? That means our vocal is going to go up. La. Did you hear what I just did? So here's the wrong note. La. Now, if you go past that, you're going to go too sharp. So this is a really awesome exercise. Playing the notes on a piano and going, right, do I sound sharp? Do I sound high? Too high that it's a little bit or do I sound too low and it's a little bit So it's not the right notes. Figuring out first whether you're sharp or flat, and then going, I need to now do something about it. Let's do another note. So this is the right note. La. Let's say we're singing it like this. La, la. So I had to go up really, really far because I wasn't singing this note. La, la. I was actually singing an octave lower. So sometimes even our octaves are affected by a flat note, okay? So you need to figure out again whether you are low. So here we were low, so we were flat. And now we're going to hold the note. La, la. Great, right? Now we're going to do the sharp part. All right, I'm going to do the key of C. So, la, that's the right note. This is the wrong note. La. So if we know that we are too high, so this is the right notes, but we're too high, we need to make sure that we're going a little bit lower to reach the right notes, right? So, la. Did you hear that? So ever so slight. La. Now sometimes we can go too flat, so if you go la, okay, make sure that you hear the sound, make sure that it sounds right according to the la. Okay, let's try another note. That's the right note. The wrong note's going up, which is too sharp. Did you hear that? Okay, so let your notes help you and guide you. If it sounds really, really flat, make sure that you need to sort of start pulling your vocal up a little bit. If it's too sharp, you're gonna pull it down a little bit until you reach the right notes. Yes, yes. Now again, you need someone to help you with this. I hope that this has helped as an exercise to get your ear in tune with your voice and with the notes that is being sung. It's really important to understand what you are singing, to listen to it, to think about it, and then to do it, right? So you're going to listen. Then you're going to think about the note. And then you're going to sing. La. So let's just do one more of each, all right? This is singing flat. La, that's flat. I'm now going to go up because I want to, because I'm lower than I should be going up. La. Did you hear that? La. Right? That was flat. Now we're going to do another one for being too sharp. See, it's really, really simple. again, make sure that you have someone with you. I hope that this helps you for today. If you are struggling to, maybe someone's telling you that you're too sharp or you're too flat, this exercise, do it on a daily basis and help yourself fine-tune your ear and fine-tune your vocal. That's it from me, vocals in the key of D. We'll see you next week.